we have to produce more from the same land as we're using now, there's no more, and we have to do less damage to the environment. It's a huge challenge, and I personally find it very satisfying to be able to think, well, I'm adding a little increment to the future. I've been very pleased to be able to take some of the new knowledge that we have about how plants function and develop into real-life agriculture and horticulture. And that's a big thrill. And it's wonderful to have the opportunity to form working partnerships with farmers, with food processors and so on. That's why I never left CSIRO. My realisation of how important advances in our agriculture depended on new science came when I was made chief of this research division, and I went up to Narrabri, the cotton country. I saw how the farmers and the people in the industry were just so ready for anything new out of research. It was remarkable. The farmer depended very heavily on chemicals to protect the crop. If you didn't protect the crop, you get nothing. The insects would eat everything. So we saw that the new technology of being able to use a gene, introduce it into the cotton plant, and that gene would make insecticides inside the leaves and bulbs and protect the plant, that was going to be really important, and it was. And the research here in Australia in CSIRO saved the cotton industry. When we started, all the cotton was American seed, and we paid royalties, the farmers did, back to the United States. And we started introducing our varieties so that now all the cotton that's grown here is the CSIRO varieties. A lot of the cotton that is grown in the United States is now our varieties from here, so it's a complete turnaround. I realised as I grew older, I think, that we were clever as researchers, but the plants were often more clever than we were. Always listen to the plants. Listen to what they're telling you. I'm a bit proud of what we've done with barley. It's one of the first deliberate modifications, not using GM, but standard breeding techniques. And it's on the supermarket shelves, and there are very few examples of research into the food industry within, a relatively short space of time. During my research career, I've always been interested in trying to have better science being taught in primary schools and high schools. And I thought, isn't it a shame that we don't have a way of telling a lot of people in Australia what CSIRO does and why they're doing it, and what it might mean for Australia. So I conceived this idea of the Discovery Centre. Nearly 100,000 people a year come through, and they get an idea of what research is about and why research is necessary. In education, I thought there must be a way of helping teachers keep up to date. We match a working scientist with a working teacher. We have about 1,600 scientists now, and they visit schools, work with the teachers, and the kids think it's wonderful. I'm very happy with my role in this world, and I think that's very important in your job. I'm impressed that Rabobank has a special objective associated with working with agriculture. I've regarded it as a real privilege to be able to work in top science, but to have wonderful connections into the agricultural industry.